welcome to the Larry Bird episode of The Good Life with Patrick Harney. That is moi. For those of you who don't know the reference I was making, Larry Bird, he was number 33. He played for the Boston Celtics. He's a Hall of Famer, multiple championships. This is episode 33. Anyhow, welcome back. Yeah. I'm doing another solo episode again today because I've got a lot that I want to talk about. And yeah, got a big announcement, a big announcement. And I don't know why I just did that. The eyes, like, they kind of freaked me out looking. I'm looking at the camera, like I'm looking at what I'm recording right now, and it kind of freaked me out. So I really apologize for that because, anyway, yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always making sure to check this out. You can watch us on YouTube, Spotify, or you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can listen to this show on said podcast. No, platform. Yeah. Okay. Big announcement. Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll. This show, along with the show that I co-host, which is a tack-on show with Robbie. It's his show. I'm the co-host of it. And the boys over at TFG, Jeff and Brandon, we are going to be joining forces. I don't know why I am the way I am. Yes. Okay. We're starting a network. It's called MPods Network, Michigan Podcast Network. Our 3 shows are going to be on it, and it is going to be for YouTube. What that means is we are going to be having a YouTube channel where it is called MPods or MPods Network, and each of our shows are going to be on that channel. It'll be one hub for you to be able to check out all of our content. I will have a channel, or I will have a playlist on that channel. So it's on YouTube, right? Where all my episodes will be there. Attack on Show, same thing. And then TFG, same thing. We're going to be making some promo stuff for it as well. That'll be coming out here pretty soon. But yeah, we're really excited about it. You know, I mean, we all talk with each other. We go on each other's shows as much as we do. Why not make the network, you know? So that's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be launching here within the next couple of weeks. We will have a date officially that we will be putting out. But if any of you have noticed the graphic that I had posted on Instagram, Facebook, same thing with Rob E. With the Tack On Show, they posted it, as well as TFG. We all posted it, but we didn't put anything on it. But that's the logo for the network. So let us know what you think. It'll just be easier for you, you know, because then you can check out all of our content all in one place. So then when you go to YouTube, all you got to do is type in MPods Network or The Good Life of Patrick Harney. That'll still show up. Attack on Show, TFG, that'll still show up. But it's only for the YouTube content. It's only for the video content. Everything else will stay the same in terms of Spotify, Apple, Google, all that stuff. Everything will stay the same. You can still search my show, The Good Life of Patrick Harney, on those platforms, and it'll pop up. Don't worry. You don't have to type in MPods because it won't be on there. Only on YouTube. Anyway, I'm super excited about that. And yeah, you know what? Yeah, if you don't know, here's that logo. Bang. That's the logo for it. Dun, da, da, da. Okay. So that's done with the housekeeping items. I want to kind of break this up a little bit. I want to talk about some entertainment news. Okay. Or some news in the entertainment world, shall we? For one, and I just read this morning. It just came out this morning. So Christopher Nolan has a new movie that he's going to be working on. It's called Oppenheimer. Yep. Oppenheimer. About Robert Oppenheimer. It was announced a little while ago, maybe a couple months ago. And it was announced that Cillian Murphy was going to be playing J. Robert Oppenheimer. For those of you who don't know, well, let me just say, basically, this film is about, it takes place during World War II, and it's about the development of the atomic bomb, Manhattan Project. Cillian Murphy, best known for Peaky Blinders. He was also in he's been in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. He was in Batman Begins. He played Scarecrow. Came back for, was it The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises? Was he in all three? I don't know. He was also in Dunkirk as well. Maybe I'm missing one, but so he's going to be playing Oppenheimer. Emily Blunt, it's been announced that she's in talks to play his wife, Catherine. And it was just announced that Robert Downey Jr. and Matt Damon are going to be in this film also. It is unclear what their roles are going to be, but they're going to be in it. Yo, I am so stoked for this dude. Like, oh, such a talented cast so far. Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon? What? Maybe Robert Downey Jr. can recover from his horrible Doolittle flop after Avengers. But yeah, I'm stoked for this, dude. Like, first of all, Christopher Nolan, he's my favorite director of all time. In my opinion, one of the best directors of all time. And not to mention Interstellar is my favorite movie of all time. I mean, it's him. It's my favorite movie of all time. Plus, my favorite actor, Matthew McConaughey's in it as well. You know, you can't go wrong with that, right? Matt Damon is also in it. So Matt Damon's teaming up with Chris Nolan again. What I'm wondering is, I wonder if there were other actors that he was considering for this movie. And I'm interested to see what the rest of the cast will be. Could be interesting. But it says that Universal Pictures is distributing this after Chris Nolan severed his 20-year relationship with Warner Brothers because of the debacle, or because of the issues that he had with Warner Brothers doing movie theater release as well as HBO Max release at the same time. He took issue with that, which I understand. I get that. Because with the streaming services, like typically the streaming services, they just buy the film or whatever, and then they get all the back end. The artists and everybody involved, they don't get a portion of that back end stuff. So I get that. And I thought it was the most savage thing when Chris Nolan came out and said, you know, many of the people that work with Warner Brothers, they all went to bed one night thinking that they work with believing that they work with one of the best film studios in the industry, only to wake up that studio is in bed with the worst streaming service out there. Oh, savage. Absolutely savage. But yeah. So anyhow, Oppenheimer. And also, I love World War II era films and all that stuff. Like, there's just something about that era that, you know, like, I love World War II. I love the history of it. And I love learning about it. I love films, TV shows, all of that stuff about it. And so I will be one of the first people in line to see this movie when it comes out. And it is going to be coming out supposedly July 21st, 2023. And it's going to start production early this next year. So be on the lookout for that. And of course, the plot has not been talked about or known because it's Chris Nolan. He's even the trailers will be very vague. That's how it is. And I like that. And he does that on purpose because, you know, he doesn't want you to just know everything about it. You know, I wonder if Michael Caine will be in this film. Because I know he said he's going to be retiring from acting, but he's been in like every Chris Nolan film. He's got to do it, right? That's got to be his last film. It would only make sense. And it makes sense if Tom Hardy was in it also, because he's always in Chris Nolan films. Oh, man. Oh, the cast. Oh, that could be so good. Yeah. So that's that film. It was just announced that Chris Pratt is going to be voicing Garfield. I don't know how I feel about this. I like Chris Pratt a lot. I think he's a pretty good actor. He's a great guy, at least from what is shown. But he seems like he's got his priorities straight. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a man of faith. He's not afraid to talk about it. I appreciate that as well. But Bill Murray is Garfield to me, you know, and also Chris Pratt's already going to be voicing Mario. So how's that going to work? Right? I don't know. It's very strange to me, but we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Carole Baskin. Oy. Good old Carole Baskin from Tiger King. She's back at it with her antics. She's suing Netflix for the use of footage of her in Tiger King 2. There's already enough trash TV, you know? And I'll admit it, I watched it. I watched Tiger King. It was entertaining. It was. But it's garbage TV, just like the majority of everything else out there. So we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. Also, the Book of Boba Fett. The trailer just released, or at least the first trailer of it just released. And oh, hot damn. First of all, I love what's happening with the Star Wars universe right now. I love it with the Mandalorian. And I caught there was some voiceover of Mando in this trailer. So my question is he going to be in this series? Like, is he going to have like it be in an episode or something? And also, I guess Robert Rodriguez is directing the first episode, or directed the first episode. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I love what's going on with this, you know, with this whole new style of these series on Disney Plus. I mean, like the technology that they use I talked about this when I talked about the technology when I had Alex Laurent on. Hey, Alex, if you're watching this. And if you don't know how the Mandalorian shoots their show, they don't use green screen. They partially build sets, but what they do is there's this new technology where there's these screens that's almost a 360-degree setup. And there's this technology that they use that they're able to, in real time, put up the graphic of what the environment looks like on the screens. And what they do is they build the set pieces that would be on the ground for the actor to interact with. And then wherever the camera moves, like the actor's seeing the environment around him on these screens, and wherever the camera moves, the lighting and everything automatically adjusts because it's synced up with the program. You know how insane that is? I would love to work on something like that. And I will one day put that out there in the universe, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for that. The series. I mean, yeah, I want to work on it as well. And I think that'd be great, but there's no guarantee that I'll be able to do that. But I can't wait for this series. I'm super excited about it. I think it comes out this next year, or does it come out at the end of the year? I don't know. Let me know in the comments when it comes out. No, I could just look it up, but it's a little bit more interactive. So yeah, let me know. And let me know what your thoughts on the first trailer are, you know, let me know what you think about it. And let me know what you think about Chris Pratt being Garfield. That's interesting. I still don't know how I feel. I'll have to hear it for the first time, and then I'll know. In sports, in other news, in sports news, the Dallas Cowboys taking that #1 seed in the NFC East. How about them Cowboys, baby? We're killing it right now. And Dak was out. Cooper Rush, who actually went to Central Michigan University. Yeah, I still want Dak, but as long as Dak keeps playing the way he has been playing. Yeah, the NFL is interesting right now. The Chiefs are just falling apart, and Aaron Rodgers is just going on a tear. And of course the Bucks and Tom Brady. I mean, you know, the man just hit his 600th career touchdown marker like 2 games ago, I think. Like, that's crazy. He's the GOAT. He's the best. He's the greatest of all time for the quarterback. Like, yeah, I admit it. I admit it. Now, Michigan versus Michigan State football this last weekend. Whoa, what a game. Oh my gosh. I went to Michigan State for 2 years. I root for them. You know, I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I do root for Michigan State. I mean, you know, I went there and it was such a cool game to watch. The level of intensity, just everything, and to watch Jim Harbaugh just crumble. I do like Mel Tucker too. That dude's bad, man. He's bad. But Kenneth Walker III, that man had 23 rushes for 197 yards with 5 touchdowns. If that man does not win the Heisman just off of that game alone, the whole system's rigged. It's not. Yep. I mean, he's been having a killer season. I want to have him on the show. And if anybody knows of a good way that I can get a hold of him, I did try emailing him, but you know, if anybody knows him, bring him to your boy. Oh man, this dude is insane. He is just like, he just barrels through. He is a train just pushing through. Yeah, good for him. He had a great game. Great game. I thought MSU looked good. Yeah, that was a good game. Derrick Henry, running back. Derrick Henry for the Titans. He is out with a broken foot. And I am in a fantasy football league where literally after that news came out, somebody tried trading him for Ezekiel Elliott and then one of my like best receivers. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that weak stuff. What do you think? I'm just some schlub that doesn't pay attention? Huh? I got money on the line here. The second it came in, I looked at it, bang, declined that trade. I ain't doing that. First of all, I'm never getting rid of Zeke. Come on, it's my boy. But 2, you're trying to give me a broken foot running back? Like, oh, sorry if that was loud. Sorry if that was loud on the microphone. Get out of here, though. You're doing that. Nice try. Nice try, you chooch. This story, it came out. There was an MMA intergender fight in Poland between, I'm going to butcher these names real quick, so have fun. Between Ula Sykacz and Piotr Lisowski. First of all, they're not real fighters. Like this Piotr Lisowski or Lizowski, he won. He's like a beauty brand ambassador. And she, Ula, oh man, I don't remember what it said that she does, but I mean, the swings of these punches, yikes. Oh boy. It must have been just like an exhibition. Like, I hope, because it was bad. But he like beat the piss out of her. He didn't like send her to the hospital, I don't think, but whose freaking bright idea was this? Like, really? Whose bright idea was this? Like, this is a problem. To me, this is a problem. Okay. And I know like Joe Rogan's talked about this as well. Why are men fighting women and women fighting men? Why? Like, people are going to get hurt. And it's one of those things where, yes, okay, there are women out there that can beat the piss out of men. That's the thing. I've met people that could definitely like piece somebody up. But biologically, And please don't be getting all up in arms. I'm stating a fact here. Biologically, men are at the baseline are stronger physically than women. It's just how it is. They can change. You can change that, working out, getting stronger and all that stuff. Great, fine. But it's like when you start seeing these transgender fighters that are fighting, and it's someone who has transitioned from male to female fighting another woman in the ring. Like, a lot of these women are getting pissed because they're like, this is basically a man biologically, and they're putting women in hospitals. To me, that's not right. That's not right. I'm sorry, but it's not right. People will get hurt badly. And I guess this was not the only intergender fight on the card. Now, this wasn't a transgender fight. And I'm not trying to make any sort of statements here, but I will say, so now they're just skipping over even like the transgender fight. Now they're just doing male versus female. The way I grew up, if I ever hit a woman, I'm getting my ass beat. Like, you don't hit women. You don't, as a man. Like, cowards beat up on women. And no, that's not a statement to you women about, that you're not strong enough or you can't handle yourself. Of course you can. And of course you're strong enough. It's that's not the point. Yeah, I don't know why they did this. I don't know why. And it was in Poland. It was an MMA VIP fight, I guess, or was the promoter or something like that. Doesn't make sense to me, but I hope that doesn't try to happen here, or in like the main like UFC or MMA. Like, I hope that doesn't switch over. I don't think it will. I don't think people would allow it. I don't think fighters would allow it, but because the swings on some of these punches were like, atrocious. They were like, just throwing them, not like swinging. There's no control on it. Anyhow, enough with that story. I read some good news that I wanted to share with all of you and I think this is how I'm going to wrap everything up for this episode. I read, and I'm going to be reading this off my notes so that way I don't get it wrong. So any of you who are listening, you won't even know that I was reading it until I just said something. And for those of you watching it, But so, yeah. Anyhow, so the West African nation of Cape Verde has seen a huge increase in loggerhead sea turtle nests on its beaches. Nearly 2,000% increase from 2015 to 2020. And poaching has fallen significantly. Albert Taxanera, I hope I got that right, founder and co-director of one of the turtle protecting NGOs, Project Diversity, told The Guardian, conservation efforts in Cape Verde began 20 years ago. That's the time it takes for baby turtles to come back as adults. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. I love ocean life. I love ocean conservation. I love all that kind of stuff because it's important, all conservation is important, but it's important, especially with the oceans, this rock that we live on is like 70% water. We got to take care of it. Actually, this bracelet here, my girlfriend and I have one. We each have one. Let's see if you can see this little 4O. Well, it's backwards right now, but it stands for 4Ocean. And what they do is they help clean up the oceans, and they help take plastics out of the oceans. And what they do is they make these bracelets with that plastic. And like buying one bracelet takes out like it's the amount of like 1 pound of plastic out of the ocean. You can go to 4Ocean's website, and no, this is not a promotion, or this is not a paid promotion. I'm not like, I haven't talked to them at all. I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's a cool company. And depending on which bracelet you get helps depend on which, or where some of that money goes to in terms of which animals it helps. So like this one is for the sharks. This color's for the sharks. They have like red, they have ones for whales, they have one for sea turtles, they have one for a bunch of different items, or different items, my gosh, different animals. They have a bunch of different items that help different animals. That's what I was trying to say. So go check them out, you know. And who knows, maybe I can get their founder or something on here. That'd be really cool to talk with them. So yeah, I just thought that was really good news, and I wanted to share it. Because I think it's really cool. I also saw something that there's some eagle owl that hasn't been seen in 150 years. Like it was thought to have gone extinct or something. Was just photographed or just caught on video or something. It like resurfaced. I think that's pretty cool too. So yeah, that's some good news for you. And maybe go share some good news with somebody today or this week. You know, try to be a light in somebody's life and make somebody's day. If somebody's stressed, help take some of that stress away for them or get their mind off of it. If somebody's sad, help cheer them up. If somebody needs a laugh, make them laugh, you know? That's just me. Those are my thoughts. So as a reminder, MPods Network. One thing I forgot to say is that I will be keeping my Good Life channel for a little while after all the episodes are back on there, but I will be making just a quick little video on, and that'll be the only thing. I won't be uploading any new episodes or at that point anymore, and I will only keep that channel up for a little while once I feel like everybody's kind of made that transition over to the MPods channel. So yeah, be on the lookout for more info on that. And thank you very much for being here. And we'll see you next week.